Another game, another loss for the Chicago Blackhawks on this 6-game homestand. To start it out, in the first 3 games, the Hawks have lost. This time to the Florida Panthers, 5-2. Yes, the score may be a blowout, but 2 of those goals were empty netters. Empty netters of Derek King's fault, because he pulled Marc-Andre Fleury with the Panthers having possession, and they take it down the ice or even throw it on net to add on to their goals. This game was a heavy-hitting game. You saw Racco Gudas getting away with murder out there. He gets 1 penalty, but he got away with murder on the ice. Then you see Calvin DeHaan lay a big hit, and he gets called for interference and a 5-minute major for fighting. Okay, a fighting major is fine because he did drop the gloves and fought. Then you go see later, Connor Murphy lays a hit. Well, was going to lay a hit, but Nathan Marchment keeps his stick up high and cross-checks Murphy in the face. How wasn't there a penalty on that play? I don't know. The refs this game kind of were, in my opinion, bad. And today's game was just one of those frustrating games. The Hawks should have had a better outcome. They came out to play from puck drop. They were playing strong hockey until the 3rd period of play. The Hawks have issues when they go down by 2 goals, and well, against the team that scores the most goals in the league, it showed again tonight. They cannot battle back and tie this game up after going down by 2. So, let's look at the stats of the game, shall we? In the first period, the Hawks were outstanding. They played strong defensively, keeping the Panthers down to 3 shots on net. Yes, the Panthers scored on their 3rd shot of the game, but the Hawks held the Panthers to 3 shots on net in the first period of play, where the Hawks had 11. Second period of play, it was 11-8 in favor for the Panthers. They came out storming, trying to continue to press the Hawks and do what they do. They came in wanting to basically end the game in the second period. They were moving the puck well, holding the Hawks in the defensive zone, and getting shots off. 11-8, and they had a goal. Third period, it was 11-5 in favor for the Panthers. That was where the Hawks were just done, and you could not see any form of momentum building from the team. They let the Panthers put up multiple goals, and it was a backbreaker for tonight's Blackhawks because they just couldn't do anything. I get it, the Panthers are one of the favorites to make it to the Stanley Cup final. You hold a team to 3 shots in the first period, you're doing something right. Then you come into the second period. We all know it. The second period is the Blackhawks' worst period of play. They continue it tonight. And then they go to the third period. No effort, no pushback. They get a goal, but it wasn't enough. The Hawks have issues, and Derek King doesn't know what he's doing when pulling a goalie. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. He does not know what to do when pulling a goalie, especially when the opposition has puck control. You don't pull your goalie when the opposition has puck control. Derek King has some issues because last game he threw Jake McCabe out onto the shootout. Jake McCabe onto a shootout. And what happened? The Hawks lose. Today, it was more so the Panthers were throwing their body at the Hawks, laying some dirty hits that weren't getting called, and the Hawks were having to battle back and hit hard. It was a frustrating game, if you ask me, because in the first period, we saw a great performance by the Chicago Blackhawks. So let's get into the goals of the game, shall we? This first period of play, the Hawks came out steaming. They were putting pucks on Bobrovsky, keeping the Panthers into the defensive zone. Hawks were moving the puck well, keeping some chances on and throwing them onto Bobrovsky. But the Hawks had a minor defensive relapse and going into the 16-minute, 33-second mark in the first period, Aaron Ekblad gets his 13th of the season, assisted by Sam Reinhart and Mason Marchment to make it a 1-0 Panthers lead. That was the Panthers' third shot of the game that went past Marc-Andre Fleury. You can't really blame Fleury on it, as it was a good, strong pass from Reinhart to Ekblad, who buries it past Fleury. So 1-0 Panthers. Hawks battle back, and they were moving the puck well, get into the offensive zone. With 31 seconds remaining in the first period, scored by number 88, Patrick Kane. His 13th of the season, assisted by number 6, Jake McCabe. This goal was a weird one. Kane gets the puck behind the goal line, behind the net, goes off a weird angle, banking the puck in past Bobrovsky. Banks it basically off Bobrovsky's butt and in. So we're tied 1-1 going into the second period. The second period, the Panthers come back out with a lot more pressure. It was ice tilt in the Panthers' favor because they were coming out steaming, putting pucks on Fleury, getting opportunities, second opportunities off shots, and well, they get rewarded at 7:26 in the second period. Brandon Montour with his 5th of the season with a double screen of the Hawks defense up front. It was Calvin DeHaan screening Fleury, and I believe McCabe also got in the front of Fleury, and Fleury could not see the shot, and Montour gets his 5th of the season. This was assisted by Barkov and Huberdeau to make it a 2-1 Panthers lead. The Panthers continued to press, and they couldn't add to their tally. So we go to the third period. It's a 1-goal game. Hawks are within 1 with the Florida Panthers. Well, it doesn't last long, because 50 seconds into the third period, Mackenzie Weegar scores his 5th of the season, assisted by Carter Verhaeghe and Alex Barkov, to make it 3-1 Panthers. And you know what happens when the Hawks go down by 2? They fall apart. They completely fall apart. This goal was a rough one. It gets deflected off of Kirby Dach and past Fleury. Fleury could have had a save if Dach didn't go into the slot, and it gets redirected onto him. So this one's kind of on Kirby, if you ask me, but it's a mistake that happened that cost the Hawks, basically. 50 seconds into the third period on a 4-on-4 goal for Mackenzie Weegar to make it a 2-goal game. Then the Hawks get a power play late. And well, because Ratko Gudas and his being a complete and utter bully out on the ice tonight, just a bull in a china shop today, where he was going in and just laying hit after hit and getting away with stuff until later in the game. It lays a interference hit on Alex DeBrincat, so the Hawks go to the power play. And at 12:38 on the power play in the third period, scored by number 82, Caleb Jones. His 2nd of the season, assisted by number 12, Alex DeBrincat. And number 88, Patrick Kane. This assist for Patrick Kane officially puts him at number 2 for Chicago Blackhawks assists in franchise lead. That's awesome to see, but unfortunately we lose the game again. This happened by Kane getting the puck down to DeBrincat behind the net of Bobrovsky. Cat feeds it up to Caleb Jones, who who throws it through the 5-hole of Bobrovsky. Strome up front of the net, whips on the opportunity to get it in. So Caleb Jones gets his second of the season, and the Hawks are within 1. And that's about it after that. So the Hawks get it within 1. They kept a little pressure on, but it wasn't enough. The Hawks pulled Marc-Andre Fleury, and at 18-12 in the third period, Alex Barkov gets the puck and just skates it slowly in the Panthers offensive zone and just lets it slide right into the empty net to make it 4-2. Oh, wait. Did I mention the Panthers add another empty netter because at 18:51 in the third period, Anton Lundell scores his 11th of the season to make it a 5-2 game off getting the puck in the defensive zone and just throwing it down the ice to make it a 5-2 Panthers game. The Hawks sucked at pulling netminders this year. We know that. They sucked at almost everything when it comes to playing hockey. Offense, defense, goaltending we've been okay at this year. But otherwise, this team has been a disgrace to watch. And it's been frustrating to watch. And we continue to see it night in, night out. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were from today's game. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, God, this has been a really long season.